to give me the okay.
I've literally just got off the phone to join us live from Lenny.
Oh, okay.
I think she's ready whenever we're ready.
Okay, can I just deal with my children first? And it's half term minute. I'm not putting them to bed at 8:30.
I'm just quickly having a bite to eat anyway.
Maybe if you want to just go for it, and I'll just be watching the comments. I don't need any more credit. Do you know what I mean? It's not about me; it's about the awareness. So it's completely up to you. If you want to go for it, go for it.
Go for it, Mabel. Go on, Mabel. Don't listen to Jam. Go for it.
I'm gonna
stop clout chasing, Jam.
I will do empty. So
you couldn't trust these on a night out. Go on, have another one. Do
it. Do it now. We've got 1.1K.
Can I eat my dinner?
Yeah, let her eat. Yeah, man. She's been working hard all afternoon.
There's some other stuff going on in some other lives which you'll probably be aware of. It's nothing to do with that particular situation, is it, between two people that you
No. This is an actual I'm going to use the word predatory because we can't, obviously, until a conviction is held, use the word you know what. But what I will say is that the behaviour of this woman, a 50-something-year-old woman, at 4:00 in the morning with multiple teenagers, we'll say teenagers, we're not going to give away the ages because it's a safeguarding issue, was absolutely vile. And the fact that this woman has been crawling around my circle, you best never, ever in your life set foot near me again. Because if you do, I'm going to be your worst fucking nightmare. And I already know where you live. So
can I just ask?
I wandered into that live, by the way, this morning. I woke up.
I am not naming who it is right in here because it will give that person time to make up excuses. I will name the person when we go live.
Yeah, don't say no more until you go live because they might get a hint of who it is. But can I just ask something? Like Cockapoo, how come this specific week we've come across every day there's a wrongun and a beast every single day? I've never seen anything like it.
It's like TikTok has suddenly exploded, hasn't it? Is it just me? I'm actually getting to the point now where I actually want to close down my accounts, Jam, because I can't. Do you know, I moved away from Facebook because of this.
Do you know what? Right, I think that people are becoming more brave about talking about what they're seeing and what their instincts are, and then the people who sort of do this and spot it, they follow up on it, and then it just comes out. That's my thoughts. I was having a conversation with Alex earlier, actually, and he was saying, why did Tony get all the big sort of following views when he was doing some of it, and now it's all dropped off? And I said, I don't know, but I can talk from my personal opinion. You listen to this, you hear it, you're horrified by it, and sometimes you just have to step away because you can't absorb any more of it. For normal people whose lives it doesn't touch, who haven't come across it and don't understand it, it's almost like, you don't open the Pandora's box on me. I don't want to know.
Do you know what happens to me now? And I think it's just because I've done it for years. But when someone wants to bring something like this to me, my brain goes into shutdown. I don't want it near me. I don't want to think about it. I automatically go into closed off mode. I can't handle being around it. I don't know if it's because I've done it too many times now, and it's just reopening the trauma, or I don't know what it is. But every time it lands on my doorstep, I actually recluse into a hole, and that's not who I was before. Normally, I'd face these people without any fear whatsoever, but. I had to go and get another hunter today because I just can't deal with this anymore.
I think of it like an elastic band, and certainly someone like you and the people who've done what you do, it stretches and stretches, and then it snaps. It just snaps, and you just have to know when to step away.
Okay.
Do you know what? Go on, Karen.
Okay,
baby. Sorry, Jam. We had a call today, obviously, and it was me straight away. I was like, I need to go to Tam. I said, if we ever went live or done any of this and I haven't gone to Tam, she would be mad at me for not reaching out to her. So Tam was my first port of call, always is. And now we've got Lenny as well that we can go to. But we can't just sit back. When you hear the conversation as parents, it's bad. It's bad.
It's a huge trigger warning for anyone that's going to watch. Trigger warning.
Yes, mods, put some trigger warnings in, please.
I don't think you should play the videos, though.
No, don't play nothing on here.
No.
No, I feel like we have to, Tam.
Are you really going that far?
No, I
don't think you should.
Can you not play?
No, it's just the audio. It's not the actual. I'm not giving away what we believe kids counts.
No, we can't do that because that would show accounts and stuff. But some of the audio, I think, to understand the depth of this and why we're doing it.
Mabel, before you do this, is this the person that's getting exposed?
Mabel, I'm thinking that we need to really consider whether we play the audio or not because of the children's voices.
Yeah, but the children's voices don't sound like children, if you remember.
No, I realise that, but what if I'm worried about them being sought out?
I ain't going to get sought out from a voice, am I?
No, what I will say is it's clear it's children because one of them found it funny enough to post it on their profile.
But you know what?
I get what you're saying.
I think you should do a voice changer on it because if these people decide to go and look for that account, they may well come across which child it is. And I know there's multiple children on the account, but we don't want to take that risk.
So can you do a voice changer on it so people can still hear you both?
So you can hear the conversation, but it doesn't expose the child or the you know, because they would have to guess through the multiple children.
Or can't Mazza do what she used to do and just because Mazza is very good at reading stuff out? Can't she do what she used to do and read it out, like get it downloaded as something and then write it down and just read it?
That would take her a few hours. She'd have to read all the records. She'd have to listen and write down a script.
Listen, no, what I can do is, because I've got a second device, I can play part of it while I can be on mute in the box, play part of it, and then I can unmute and disclose that part that I've just listened to.
Why?
So you could read out, you could speak out what the child said.
Can I just make this very clear to a comment? Please don't say stupid things like, why leave it to the hunters? They came to me to ask for advice about whether they should take this to the police, whether we release the means that everybody's protected and what to do with safeguarding. That was their question. That's what they asked me as a ex-hunter. So at no time was this left to any hunter. Like I said, safeguarding procedures, as in legal procedures, that means children are safeguarded, have been followed by protocol and law. Okay?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So it hasn't been left down to hunters. It's been left down to qualified safeguarders. Okay.
Why are people questioning that anyway? Because Tam was literally.
Hey guys, just before you react to the comments, some people just aren't as this is personal.
No.
Some people just aren't as close to this stuff as you are, and it might be designed to provoke you, but it also might just be a genuine question.
Of course.
Mazza, I think in order for people to know that it's coming from the person we're exposing, you reiterate what the child has said.
That's what
instead of playing but let what she replies from her mouth play from her mouth.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Put Maz in the big box then, so everybody is focusing on where this is coming from. So everybody, please.
Guys, I've obviously I'm receiving the requests. So once I jump off this live, I will go through the requests and I'll accept everybody.
Keep putting trigger warnings, everybody.
Well,
don't accept Jamie.
Please, I know you lot don't know me. Just listen. Everything that I do, I promise you now, it's wholeheartedly children-centred and law-centred. Okay? No, I'm not a police officer or a solicitor, but absolutely the laws and protocols which were taught to us by police officers, by qualified safeguarders. Everything we do, I do by the book, and I always have done, which is why I've got a 98% conviction rate. You're just going to have to trust and believe that everything has been carried out as it should be, appropriately. And now we have decided, because of how much in our circles she needs to be exposed. Otherwise, there are going to be multiple children at risk on TikTok, and we've already had to safeguard multiple today. So
hold on, because people pointed out that none of us have been on the app today. This is why we spent hours.
One second,
Thank
everybody.
you, Lynn.
Mods, turn the comments off because everybody's reacting to the comments. Just while we listen to what's going on here, because if not, the comments, there's loads of trolls in. So just turn the comments off, please.
We have spent hours, including time, dealing with this, contacting the people that needed to be contacted.
Turn the comments off. And
like Tam said,
stop.
We have obviously done things legally as much as we possibly can, but we have decided collectively that we need to do this exposure because this person is in amongst our like friendship groups and on the app and amongst friendship groups, and she could potentially pose a threat to any potential child that's on this app. And you will understand it when you hear what came out of her mouth. Now, the only reason why we're not naming them right now in Perils Live is because that will give said person enough time to come up with a story or an excuse.
What I will do is let me go on mute and I'll get a snippet of it for you and relay it to you. Okay?
Guys, I'm going to jump down, but what I am going to do is go and call Lenny, who absolutely holds safeguarding certificates. So I might be able to persuade her to come live on TikTok as well, so she can explain to you exactly what the Den does, which is the safeguarding team that I've brought into it, and what they do on Facebook under Cobra, which is the online child protection team. So this is no different to any other sting that I've done in public. No different whatsoever.
Can I also confirm that no, we didn't go to a hunting team. No, we didn't. We went to Tam. Safeguard trained. Okay, like I've seen all of Tam's qualifications. I've seen what Tam's done. We went to Tam as our friend. Now, out of everyone that I know, Tam knows the most in regards to this sort of aspect. So I went to the person that I knew that knew the most. And then she contacted not her hunting team, but someone that is legally trained in safeguarding.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay.
You're just pinpointing the hunting part.
Right, everybody. Right. Let's listen to this. So mute up.
Yeah, let me mute.
The youngster asks if it's like a bouncy castle. Okay? Yeah. 2 seconds. Now listen to this.
No, it isn't. I haven't got a fat pum-pum, thanks.
Now please tell me that's not children giggling and laughing. That response is extremely childlike. Let me go and mute again.
Can I just say that's literally like as about as PG as these recordings are going to be?
Listen to what she says next.
Right. It will be far.
Is that person intoxicated?
This is something that we're questioning as well. That also came up when we were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it makes it right. I'm just saying, is that person intoxicated?
Alcohol is no excuse for being a beast.
I was just going to say what the conclusion that we've come to is that she denies that she does any alcohol or substances. However, I believe that she may be drinking. She sounds very slurred, but she does say that she's taken sleeping tablets. But even though it would make you incapable of having an interview in a police station, it doesn't make you innocent of the crime. If you commit a murder when you're drunk, you are still a murderer. If you commit a grape while you're drunk, you're still a rapist. So that was my answer to that.
Okay, so he says, it will be fat when I put my long thing in it, right?
I weren't justifying it for her. I was just saying she sounded intoxicated.
Shut up, you clout chaser.
I'm a mod.
Listen, he then says, listen, darling, when you have my kids, it will be a fat pum-pum.
I'm sure I saw that live when that happened. And I said something about it. I'm sure of it. That rings a bell.
He then goes on to say, I'm young, dumb, and full of cum. She said, I know you are. He then says, but he just wants to find out. She then says, find out what? If I've got a fat poom poom. She says, you don't have to find out, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm older. It's okay, I like more mature women, is his response. Let me just see you in it once, and you'll see the sights.
Do we have to hear any more right now?
No. The rest can be, because obviously she's reading.
Just reiterate this. He says, do you like BBC? And she says, what? Big fat cock.
Wow.
All I'm telling you is it gets progressively worse from her. Progressively.
And can I just say,
That's in our circle.
yes, this is somebody, the girl that you've probably seen in one of our lives. Like mine, Paula's, Alex's, mine.
Sorry, Tam. Who's not on mute and making a load of racket in the background?
It's probably Jamie.
Ice cold.
That's on me.
Oh, Mabel.
It's not me.
No, it was above. It was is it ice cold?
No, it's not me. I'm in quietness. I'm sat in quietness. The car's turned off. I mean, I'm in the car. It's quiet.
We're sounding like fecking the Shaggy song. It wasn't me.
Right, I am actually going to go down now, drop down until we're doing it properly and the kids are away. I just want to say that one of her responses to this child is, let me put it in a friendly way. She says something along the lines of, but I don't want 15-year-olds. So while she was having this conversation, she was already admitting or already in the knowledge that these children were 15.
Yeah, that she believes that these were children. She basically, by what she says, she's basically admitting that she believes that the people that she's speaking to are minors. And I think what makes it worse, as you'll hear, is she actually admits that she's in a group chat with these people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So trust and believe all of the proper ways that we could have handled this have been done. That's what we've been doing all day.
And we've been thinking about it for hours and hours. What's the right thing to do? What way do we go? We've literally gone through this is what hunting is really about. This is what you don't see behind the team. You don't just look at a chat log and then go on a sting. That's not how it works. You have all sorts of procedures that you have to look at, how much evidence you've got, whether you've got enough evidence to even call that person's name out. Do you know what I mean? All of these things are thought about first. Are the children safe? Can we get their schools, their mums, their dads? Like, these are things that we've been doing for hours and hours on end. And it's still now being worked on. So,
and I can't confirm one of the kids. I have found
everything.
One of the parents, everything. I found the parents. So the kids are in the middle of getting currently safeguarded. So we're doing all of this before we brought it to the app. Now this is Pearl, you can confirm this is the first you're hearing about this, because we've waited until we knew that the correct protocol and the correct steps were getting made before we brought it here.
Comments back up, please.
What's important now is to spread as much awareness on this woman as possible, so she's never able or free to walk around with normal people and have conversations with them about their children. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where most abuse starts, let's face it. And that's an actual statistic as well. Government stat says that most abuse happens with someone you know or in the home. Okay, so the most important thing is making sure that her name is mud and she doesn't get to walk around with anyone or their children.
And I can confirm that this person, I've seen this person's been in my box before. This person has actually spoken to a lot of people that we all collectively associate with, and actually spoken to these people about their kids and given them parenting advice and things.
1 second, all the comments are saying who. There's going to be an exposure. Hey, my J, there's going to be an exposure. Roughly what time? And so it's Mabel and Tam. So whoever wants to follow Mabel Stable and Tam up, because this is where they can't say the person's name until the exposure in about an hour's time, because it's giving them the heads up. So these are the two that you want to be following, because if one gets banana, the other will start the live up. So
I'm going to unprivate my account as soon as I got off of here, and all your followers will automatically go through. Tam, do you want me to fire up just now and you'll come in when you're ready, or would you rather me wait?
No, if you want to fire up, you fire away. Listen, it's not about me, it's about getting it out there.
Right.
Yeah,
we'll go just now.
Yo, guys, I'm going to jump down a second because someone that works on Cobra team wants to jump in the box. So I'll give them my box.
Oh, yes, please.
Is Lenny here? Brilliant.
All your requests will go through after this live. I'll unprivate the account and you'll all be accepted straight away.
Peril, can you let the person that's requesting in?
who is it?
I'm not sure, it's someone from Cobra.
I'm not sure what the account is that you've got on there. What's the account names you've got, Pearl?
It's Miss Gemma, Miss.
Oh, it's not Cobra.
Mickey.
It's not Cobra.
It can't be.
Go on, pal. Live life on the edge. Just
TJ,
accept
there's
it.
going to be an exposure on a woman that's been walking around our circles.
Bring him up.
And her predatory behaviour.
Oh, it's Mickey.
Good evening.
Have you got them in? I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody's just come up. I don't know. I didn't let anyone in because I haven't got the access while I'm in here.
Right, Mickey, who are you?
I work for Cobra. I know Lenny. I don't know much about what's gone on here. I've just had a text saying to get in the live because Cobra's been talking about.
Well, I'm Lenny's really close friend and Saz and Jay's really close friend. I've been speaking to Lenny all afternoon. It's fine. She knows about this live.
Yeah, I've been on the phone to Lenny all afternoon.
Yeah, me too.
I sort of.
Have you spoken to them before you've come into this live? Because I'm not sure that they would let you do this, to be honest.
I spoke to Lenny, yeah.
Oh, she knows you're here, yeah?
Yeah, she knows I'm in the live, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, nice one.
Perfect.
Sorry, have to check, obviously.
No, you're all right.
Hello, Shane. Nice to see you. We've got another hunter in the chat as well, Shane Brannigan. So, yeah, Mabel, I would say to stay and don't wait for me.
Just Jen's got saying, I just need to tell you something really fast. It won't take me long. Can anybody let her in? It was Mickey. Can I just drop you down and let? Thank you.
Well, I was going to say if he was part of Cobra, I'd have dropped down to let somebody else in.
It's what was it called, Gemma? Wait there, just 2 seconds.
Hiya.
Hey, Gemma.
Hiya, Pearl. I just want to say something really fast. Now it is.
Gemma, your mic's muffled.
Oh, sorry. 1 minute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. My son got groomed on here a couple of years ago, and sorry, I get really upset talking about it. And I think one of the people that he never got arrested, this person, and he's on TikTok still.
Yeah.
My son's not on here anymore. Can I message one of you?
Tam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
Amy.
Who is it? Just out them and
just tell us who it is.
It's out it.
No, it's not being done now.
Not that.
No, this is a.
I just want to message.
Oh.
Yeah, it's someone else. I just want to message one of you privately, if that's all right, because I don't really want to say the name in it because it's still under investigation.
Oh yeah, don't say that.
Why don't you message Tony Official?
Okay, I will do. Yeah.
So Tony, can you give each other a follow, please? Unmute.
I will do. Listen, I will do. But I'm saying you can't. If you're not going to say a name, you can't hold an exposure without a name. It doesn't make sense.
The exposure tonight, Tony, which is going on.
Are you talking about me, Tony?
No, I'm just saying. I just jumped in because I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to find out who this is about.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be done in a minute.
Okay.
Explain to Tony.
Yeah, they're gonna say the name in a minute. They're not saying it on Pearl's live, Tony, because they don't want to give the person the heads up.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. That's why I'm just confused because I've been trying to ask in the chat who is it about?
Sorry, Tony, I didn't. Yeah.
No, Tony, this just Gemma. She wants to mess you about someone on the app, but it's an investigation. But she wants to mess you who the account is to give you an awareness of who it is, just to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, is that all right?
On Tam and then Stable Mabel Table, that's where this exposure is going to happen. It's going. Has Mabel gone off? Yes, so she's gone.
It'll be happening on hers. I'm not sure how long. I'm just speaking to Lenny now. Sorry, I've got an idiot ringing my phone.
Someone in the chat just said that the person has been named on Paula's live. So I suggest you go live now and start your exposure.
It's been where? It's been done on Paula's
live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For God's sake.
People will know who it is through that.
I'm going to jump down and get Mabel.
Absolute
I'm going to go.
ludicrous she's done that. What a fucking
That's
idiot.
so wrong.
I don't know whether Paula did it. It's just been named in the chat in Paula's live is what the comments said.
So what's going to happen now is everybody jump across to... What's Mabel's name again? Here it was.
Stable Mabel.
Stable Mabel Table.
She's in your box. She's in your box, Pearl.
Is she? Where? I can't fucking see her.
She's refresh your box.
Oh, she's here. She's here.
That's the way of account.
Come on, Mabel.
Right now, that the name should not be mentioned when we stated that we didn't want a name for a reason. So I'm going live right now on this account.
Mabel.
So everybody, there's 1,900 people in here. Follow Mabel Stable. It says private, but she'll accept you. At least you know.
I'm going to unprivate my account.
Yeah, unprivate
she's gonna unprivate it.
And then she's going to go live now, and we'll all jump across to there, and this person is going to be named.
Before you go, Pearl, can we just ask Tony if he will sing us a song?
Shit.
As soon as it's been leaked, who is it we on about? Because it's got me physically ill.
So she goes on TikTok by Leese, Leese.
Yeah. Lisa, I don't think I know her.
Hold on.
To be honest, she's not a well-known person. But she goes around the specific friendship group.
Coming in. Yeah, Mama G, it's Lisa.
Tell everybody like what she's actually done, because obviously there's a lot of people that don't know.
Can you see? Maybe you'll recognise her profile picture.
No.
Right, so just to make it really clear, this was brought to me this morning. I was the only person it was brought to, and I went straight to Mazza and Mabel because I've never dealt with anything like this, and so I needed other opinions. And then we went straight to Tam, and that's it. It was only ever given to me and then given to, so...
Wow.
I just want to make that clear because there are people going around saying that somebody is saying this, that, and the other to everyone. It's not. It's literally, it's just been kept between like us lot. So,
yeah, no, it's been kept between us, and we went to Tam because of Tam's history, because of Tam's qualifications, because of everyone knows what Tam's done, with safeguarding kids.
It was
Tam.
me. wasn't going anywhere else, and I dug my heels in, and I was like, no, because Tam's going to go tits. If we go live about this and we haven't spoke to Tam regarding children, she's going to go tits. So.
Everyone's asking what she's actually done, though. So if you
well, I'm just about to get to it, but so that people don't spam the comments.
Okay.
For anyone that's asking, the appropriate channels have been contacted. This is what we stated in Perils Live. The appropriate channels has been contacted. This is why we're only coming live at 9 at night, because we spent all day. Tam spent all day, Mazza spent all day, Mazza came, we've spent all day contacting the appropriate channels and putting in safeguarding for... Right, Mazza, do you want to start?
Yep. So what I'm going to do is...
I'm going to jump down.
I am not...
Love you.
Okay, Jay. I am not playing the audio of the youngsters. I will voice what they say, and I will let you hear the responses from the adult, okay?
So just a backstory. So Lise had went into a live at 4 o'clock this morning when she thought no one was around, and was sitting in a box, and the person's box that she was in was a young boy's. Okay, I'm not, obviously for legal reasons and for the respect of the kids, I'm not going to name accounts, nothing like that. But she was in a box of this boy's live who had his friends also in the box, and you're about to hear obviously the conversation that had happened, but people just need to remember that Lisa's 51 years old. She's a 51-year-old woman. 51. Okay? Maz, on you go.
Kel, can you turn the comments off?
Yep. Thank you, Binda.
So, one of them says, it's like a bouncy castle.
Just for context, she's muted so that she can listen to relay.
Yeah, if you're confused why she keeps muting, she's going to play Lisa's responses, but for privacy and respect for the kids, we're not going to play their voices on the screen records that we've got. Okay, so Mazza's going to speak what she hears, but then play Lisa's response. Okay,
right. Here's her response.
No, it isn't. I haven't got a fat pum-pum, thanks.
It'll be fat after I've put my long john in it. Then they say, listen, darling, after you have my kids, you will have a fat pum-pum. Then he says, Lisa, I'm young, dumb, and full of cum. This is her response to that.
I know you are.
I know you are, if you didn't hear that.
And you know, see, I don't know if you saw it, that poster they released of Joseph Quinn's on Storm, in the background, the skyline you see, it's like a 60s futuristic city, which just pretty much proved that this place is taking.
He says, Lisa, He says he wants to find out. This is her response.
Find out what? If I've got a fat pum pum. No, because I'm telling you, and I'm older. So.
He says, Lisa, I like the mature women. Let me just come in at once and you'll see the size. He says, Lisa, do you like BBC?
What, big black cock?
No, I was going to
put
say
the comment back on, because obviously people watching us have a right to comment. Yes, these are what we believe as children. We've done obviously some investigating, and by the evidence that we have seen, yep, they are. And she is under the impression, Mazza will play it at some point in the screen records, you will hear from Lisa herself when one of the kids offer to sleep with her, obviously I have to be PG, she responds saying, I would, but I don't sleep with 15-year-olds. So by her own admission, she is under the impression that the people that she's speaking to like this are actually 15 years old. So she is very aware.
Can I carry on?
Yeah.
Right, he's just asked her, how old are you?
You darling. 51.
51. I love it when they're mature, and she giggles. Dan asks if she's pre-hormones. Again, it clarifies to me they're younger, they don't understand what menopause is.
For people asking if the parents know, I have already said that we have found the parents and the proper channels are going down the proper routes. We are not naming said kids. We are not showing said kids' profiles. That's why we're not actually letting you hear the kids' voices. It's Mazza that's reading out, like speaking out what she's hearing from that the kids are saying to protect said kids. So no one can dock said child unless it's Lisa herself. Okay?
Then he says, so are you rougher than something? I can't make it out. And this is her response.
Children there. I'd bend you in half.
I'd bend you in half, is her response.
I can see some of the comments. I understand what you are saying, but the reason why we brought this to the app is because this woman has sat in many boxes throughout the app and is in many circles around the app. Now, would you rather us just stay on this information and sit back and watch her going into lives when people have their kids around?
Right. He says that I would like to bend you over a chair in Cornwall or something.
I'd break you. Or yeah.
I would break you, darling. He then says, Lisa, how do you moan?
Well, I can't. I ain't doing a fucking Harry and Sally. You wouldn't remember that. They're too young.
Because you're too young. Came out of her mouth. For anyone asking where we've gotten this from, this is screen recordings from a live at 4 a.m. this morning.
He asks, where does she reside? She says, I'm in the countryside. They then say, we know you like the young COCK.
For anyone that wants to know anything but the legality side of it, Tam will be joining the live at some point to explain further. But please just know that we have taken the appropriate steps.
He asks if she is an ex-porn star.
No, I have never been a porn star.
Guys, the person that you're hearing is on the screen.
Then they say, Lisa, I know you do want it, want it.
Lisa, I know you want it. Lisa, you want it, darling. One thing.
Yeah, I do want it, but not from a fucking 15-year-old.
Don't lie.
Yeah, you could hear his voice there quite quickly. Yeah, but it was because he spoke over what she said. It wasn't... do you get what I mean?
They go on to say that they would like to take her to dinner and then bang the clutty out of her and other things.
First older woman you've had in your box tonight.
Lisa.
He then says, well, Lisa, I'm ready, darling.
What's the biggest you've held?
I don't know if you heard that, but she asked them to have a pleasure yourself, basically. they talk about having big COCK, and she goes, "Ooh, have you?" Some of these things I have to tell you verbally because they overtalk a lot.
Can you say I ain't heard before?
Oh,
And
what are you?
She then goes on to say, "I ain't gonna think you're disgusting." He asks, "How many times have you taken it up the rear end?"
none of your business, is it?
Lisa, be honest, Jenny.
How many times you bloody stick your fingers up your ass?
Right. She goes on to admit and state that she's in a group chat with them. I pretty much think you get the picture. It does get more explicit, but it's a heavy trigger warning. It's hard enough that we've listened to it all day today and we've had to go over this all day today. I think you've heard enough, if I'm honest. Opinions time.
I just wanted to come on and say something to the people that are commenting saying this is interfering in a police investigation. All safeguarding procedures have been taken place already. Yeah, that's already been done. Parents have been contacted and the schools that the children belong to will also be contacted. Furthermore, what is it you think that paedophile hunters do when they turn up on the scene before they've even spoken to police officers? This awareness is no different to paedophile hunters turning up, and I personally have never lost one case due to the live sting, okay? So I can't speak for any other paedophile hunting teams, but I have got a 98% conviction rate. So what these girls have done is no different to us going to the door and live streaming it. We're not confronting her. We're not doing any of that. We're taking that a bit out of the sting, if you like, and just raising the awareness and safeguarding the real children. And if you don't like it, don't fucking watch. Innit? If you don't like awareness about predators, then there's something fucking wrong with you. And do you know what, girls? I actually think I am going to literally take my accounts down. I can't deal with.
Well, I'm just going to say, Tam, I've just had confirmation that apparently in the lad that originally doxed her name before when we said we didn't want it named until we went live, are now claiming, people in the comments are now claiming that if this lease, you know, the person that people have heard that spoke to these people, these kids like that, if she does anything to herself, it's on us. So they're victimising the perpetrator. Make it make sense.
Oh, and this is the reason why I think I'm going to get rid of the whole of TikTok, because actually I've sat in boxes with these same girls, and the way that you've behaved this evening, knowing that I've done over 150 stings, yeah, and got a 98% conviction rate, and still, because you haven't received the clout, because you wanted to jump the steps, which are safeguarding first, not egos, not gifts, not live streams, safeguarding of actual fucking children. I am no longer friends with any of you. Don't fucking talk to me ever again. I am literally taking my accounts down. I've had just about as much as I can stomach now.
Tam, can you please confirm?
Tammy.
Tam, hold on 2 seconds. Tam, can you please confirm, okay, that before we made the decision to come live and raise awareness, that we made sure we had enough evidence to prove that these people that she was speaking to were underage?
All of that and more is the truth. Every last thing that you have heard, but it's 10 times worse from what we have seen. Not just myself, a second fucking opinion. So, you know, the fact that yous lot over there clearly wanted to name and shame this woman before even knowing that the children were safe, that's my problem right now. You people don't seem to understand that children come before personalities, live streams, gifts. And for those saying in the comments, oh, you've got gifts on, it's not my life. And furthermore, everyone that knows us as a group knows that we say we don't want gifts. I'm not on the leaderboard. These women aren't on the leaderboard.
I didn't have time to turn my gifts off because we weren't planning on going live right now. We said in an hour. And it wasn't until the other live docs the name that immediately we were like, we need to go live right now, and I had to unprivate my account and fire up.
Yeah. Yes, Luke. Yes, Luke.
Calm down.
I am calm.
And want a tissue for your issue, Tammy. That's what they say. Come on.
That's why there's no gifts off, because this person goes from box to box. So she's in boxes where we all at, and it needed outing, and it needed like all these safeguards put in place.
And that's exactly, I can see why Tammy's angry, because obviously, as anyone that has any morals about them understands that safeguarding becomes before.
I'm just going to clarify. Chloe, who actually named it by mistake, is not the problem. It's everybody else that's mouthed off since. Everyone else that is criticising about the way that it's been handled and saying that we're going to be responsible. Do you think I give a flying fuck if a predator offs themselves? My very first sting offed himself, and there ain't no good nonce like a fucking dead one. Now I'm out.
Guys, I'm not saying anyone in the boxes. I said comments. Comments.
Can't reoffend. That's what you've got to remember.
People everywhere in comments. It's people everywhere in comments. It's not other lives. It's in this live as well. People saying that, you know, if she does anything to herself, it's on the people that are exposing, etc.
You should be doing something because we should be that feeling ashamed with themselves and disgusted with themselves. What they do, they should be doing that, not threatening it. Just go away and do it.
Can I just clarify
that? A quick recap of what this is, because people were coming into our lives, sharing it, telling us to end.
Okay. Right, 2 seconds. Can I just clarify that this is actually something that I did bring up in our call today? This is exactly what I brought up, what's just been said regarding us. Okay? And at the end of the day, the legalities of this and the safeguarding the children override that. We have categorically seen children in uniform off of one of these platforms. Their schools are getting contacted when they open after the holidays. I didn't do this lightly.
No.
This isn't great for me. I'm not enjoying this. So please.
Trolls will never understand unless it happens, unfortunately, to one of their own.
But Ghost, before we decided to come on TikTok about this, and the reason why we came on TikTok about this is because this person, Lise, has been in amongst a lot of people, been in boxes, spoken to other people that think that they're friends with her about their kids. Do you know what I mean? So she's like, people might not see her as like known as a big creator. She's not, but she's known around the app between a lot of people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we had to make sure that before we even said anything about it, working with ourselves, with Tam, and with other people that Tam obviously got involved legally in things, we had to make sure there was enough evidence away from TikTok to prove that they were kids. And there was, like Mazza said, one of the profiles, one of the kids that was in that live
on their profile, they have literal photos of them in their school uniform and videos in the school uniform. Like, it is obvious that they are kids. Okay?
But at the end of the day, you'd have done right. And at the end of the day, you'd have done what any adult should do in this country, yeah? Every adult in this country has a duty of care if they come across any minors that are under threat or under harm, yeah? Fuck what these trolls say. I don't care. At the end of the day, if she's threatening to do it, go and do it. They can't reoffend if they're not here. That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
Also, everybody, the people are obviously, you should have went to the police. This is why we contacted Tam, who then further added somebody else in who is qualified, who has qualifications regarding children, and the legalities are that these youngsters also took part in this conversation, right? So that actually criminalises them also. And that's why it's not gone straight to the police. Because for the police, they will say, well, they've criminalised themselves here. We can't really do anything about it. Like I said, we didn't do this lightly. We have done I've sat all day on calls, figuring it out. I haven't eaten today. I don't want to eat. My stomach is churning. I have conversated with this woman. She is sat in a box beside me. People have talked about their children to this woman. And this woman is also a parent. Okay?
I haven't personally contacted the parents of any of the kids because I've left that down to the safeguarded, qualified people that are involved to do that know what they're doing. Do you not think that if some random person, because to them, I'm a random person on the internet, goes to them and says something, they're not going to take that seriously, or they're going to think that's weird. So the proper channels are doing that. I think people are focusing more on things like that instead of focusing on the fact of what you've just heard this 51-year-old woman say to kids. Now, Mazza's stopped reading, saying what the kid said and playing what she said. But trust me, I understand that people are triggered by what you've already heard. But take it from us, it gets a lot more worse, which is why we're not playing it. It gets so much more graphic, so much more worse on her side. And she goes on to speak about being in group chats with these kids. And then even goes, there's things that I can't even say that you don't even understand that has knocked us sick of what she's actually said in these screen recordings, okay? It gets far worse than what you've heard.
Kels, can I just confirm something else? I'm walking the dog quickly, so it's going to be a little bit noisy. All safeguarding has been done. Their parents have been contacted. Their schools have been located. The police will be having the handover. It's going to be done via a normal route, which is an online report. And like I said, everything has been taken care of before that name was to be released, which is why we didn't want it released in the first place. So it stresses me out when people go above people's heads when we're clearly trying to do something and make sure that everyone is aware of the situation, but also they are right in what they're saying with the police. So, ordinarily when we go on stings, we do a complete 999 call, or in my case, I already had a special number that I used to ring. So, it's not a case of not ringing 999, it's just the children had to be found first, because as far as we were concerned, because of what she had said, they were already in a WhatsApp chat. We can't do anything as parents but ring up the parents and tell the parents what's going on. Do you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate the schools are shut for half term, but on the 16th, every last one of their schools will be contacted too, and you have a 100% guarantee in that. I don't really think there's much else to say about it. It is what it is. She's been exposed and safeguarding procedures are taking place.
I think what people fail to realise is this was brought to people that have never been in this position before. So we did at the time what we felt was necessary, and we got the right guidance, and it got passed to the correct people. We are just
you have to take the fastest route as well.
You know what I mean? And it was a difficult position.
You basically said that.
Sorry. Maza advised to go straight to Tam because we've never been in this position, okay? We've never been in this position, but we know Tam has.
Pal, you're really quiet.
Mabel, will you mute that account, Gemma Smith, because that will be something related, saying it's something to do with me. There's fuck all to do with me in here.
Yep. I'll find
nothing to do with it.
I'll find
right,
it, Pearl.
Pearl's not even in the same area as this lady. She's not even in the same area.
Come back in. 2 seconds, I'll pop down and come straight back in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, Luke, yeah.
Tam, just a quick one. I know the schools are shut until whenever they are shut. Is it no way that you can contact the local education board for them to also put a referral straight into when the head school opens?
Well, I think that is the next protocol because obviously the one that works for the Den and Cobra.
Yeah.
Who are you growling at? There's no one there. Sorry, yeah, obviously it's Lenny from Cobra doing all the safeguarding and whatnot.
Can we please stop sending deaths?
Safeguarding, so I think that will be the next option. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought maybe that the school could be.
You're about to watch me get jumped. No, I'm joking.
The council could be contacted. The education could be contacted before the schools open.
Hang on, I'm just getting a message from Lenny quickly. Yeah, she said, she will be doing that and emailing the safeguarding at the school as well, because most schools have got a safeguarding officer now as well.
Yeah, so why this person's being outed on the app for is because she sits in lots of people's boxes and gets advice about kids and everything and nobody knew. That's the profile behind Mabel. And it's called Lee's because people saying they can't see it.
So where has she...
So can I just say something, right? Because I've seen a lot of comments. I think I need to state this, okay? These people in the comments that are saying negativity, you need to remind yourself of something. Because I can guarantee you that if this was a 51-year-old man that was speaking to young girls, you'd all have a problem. But because it's a woman, it's different, yeah? Women can be predators too.
Not just that. Like I said, and I've already said previously. Luke, have you ever had a live sting affect your cases?
A live sting?
Has a live sting ever affect any of your police cases?
Never.
Never. No. Mine neither. Over 100 odd. So just saying.
Because it's the exposure. You're only exposing the factual evidence that you already have.
Guys, people got a question. I don't know who you are. That's why I'm not letting you in.
People like me, Mabel, Mazakine, we're not hunters. We've never been hunters. This was brought to us, and we've done we've done our very best with this. So for people to sit and condemn us for that, well, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I've done what's right for these children. And if you have a problem with that, then maybe you need to have a word with yourself. Because at the end of the day, if that was one of yours, would you be as angry at us then? Would you have this to say to us? Would you have this energy for us?
This is what frustrates me the most. People can never see the wrong in these kind of people until it hits home. I
did tell you girls this, though, didn't I?
This
is what happens.
I'm a male survivor, and you know what? I protect my kids because I know what damage it can cause to a child. And it affects them for the rest of their life. And God help if it ever happened to. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, and that is the.
Hold on, I do apologise, Ghost. Right? People saying the name and face didn't need to be exposed. The kids' names, the kids' faces, the kids' identities have been secured. They have not been exposed, never would expose it, right? The person, the 51-year-old woman that spoke to them in an actual manner and so graphically, 51-year-old, she does deserve to be exposed because she's the one that's in the wrong.
Well, anyway, Welcome to the world of exposure. This is what happens, and this is why I gave up. So
Knocks me
anyway,
sick, man. I have to protect.
It does. This is why you can't do it. It's just you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So they'd all be crying if she was left around their children, and then we'd be the big bad ones because we haven't told anybody. Because it's been done and we've told everybody, we're still wrong. But you know what? I'll still go to sleep tonight knowing that I've safeguarded, or we have safeguarded, several children tonight. So it's well done to us, and fuck you to the rest of you, basically. I'm going to take myself indoors and go and watch a film with my kids. I'm so glad that I waste my time doing this shit for yous lot, and all yous lot can do is fucking moan about it. See you later.
Thank you, Tam.
Thank you, Tam.
I'm going to jump off as well. Well done to everyone involved with the safeguarding. That's the main key. If he wants to go and unalive us out, feel free, my darling. See you all later.
How much more evidence do you need? You heard it from my mouth, man. Like, if the evidence you're looking for is showing the screen recordings, we're not going to do that because it shows the kids' accounts. It wasn't her live. It was the kids' live that she joined. Okay? We're not going to do that because that puts the kids in jeopardy. We're not going to show the evidence to prove that these kids are kids because, again, that puts the kids in jeopardy.
As a mum of a nearly teenage boy, it really, really scares me that not only are boys and girls possibly are saying these sorts of things online, but the fact that there are adults that are, having these conversations with these minors.
Exactly.
Is even more scary.
Can I just interrupt?
You know what I mean?
Carls, are we allowed to accept people in? Because people might have something to say, or...
There is a lady called Leanne.
Yeah, if you want.
I think it's Leanne X, and she says that she is a safeguard leader, I believe.
Yeah, sorry, it was just getting hectic. Can I just respond to a comment? What about the kids on her TikTok? She is on... Her account's public. She's in control of her account. Okay? What she said, what you heard come out of her mouth, she said on a public live, on a child's public live, okay? So anyone that would have watched that this morning could have accessed her account. So I've not put what's on her account in jeopardy. She has, because if she's going around this app and speaking to children like that and also posting kids to do with her, that's on her, not me. She's the one that has to safeguard any kids in her care. Do you understand?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. How you doing? All right?
Hey. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm just getting angry.
That's all right. Don't worry. Just to let you know, I am actually a hunter myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm actually going out like every other weekend.
Related to me, you little pack of fuckers. Yes, she's related to me. There you go. Not really.
Yeah.
No, she's not. Just ignore him, pal.
Fallen Heroes. Was it you that said you were a hunter?
Yes.
So, as a hunter, do you disagree with what we've done?
I've only just literally come into your live now, so my mum actually shared it to me. I've just come out of the shower, funny enough, but what I've heard so far, I don't know what it's about or what you've done because I've only just come in. But what have you done? Explain, but in short term.
So this woman, 51-year-old woman, was on a child's live at 4 a.m. this morning when no one else was around, was in this child's box who had also another child in the box, and these kids were talking extra to her, thinking they're funny, and she was responding very explicitly about bending them over, taking it in the back garden, sizes of things like obviously TikTok, and she stated more than once that she was very, very much under the impression that they were underage, because she said everyone heard it from their voice. One of the kids had offered her a good time, if you're catching my drift, and she said she would, but she doesn't have a good time with 15-year-olds. So that's the first implication, that she obviously was aware that she was speaking to people that was underage. What was the other thing that you played, Mazza, that she said about being young, or you're too young or something?
Can I just ask if you've actually screen recorded it?
Yes, we've got the screen recordings, and the screen recordings have been passed to the appropriate channel.
We didn't show anything.
Good.
No,
that's all right. It wouldn't show any. Yeah, that's fine. As long
we
as
didn't show it because it would show the kids' accounts.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
And
do
then they
that.
can
To
be
pass it through the right
located.
channels
Yeah.
from there. So literally, obviously, only TikTok should know about it, and then they forward it on, if that makes sense. You know, you did the right thing, but do not, whatever you do, show it on here, because obviously you've already stated it's got the kids' accounts on it.
Can I just quickly, the advice I was just trying to give, I know Tam's not in here anymore, but in terms of the schools being closed, so I work with children every day, so I'm safeguard trained and designated safeguard officer myself. But what you need to do is contact the children's local council and the ladies' local council, and you need to speak to their LADO, which is the local authority designated officer. They will be able to be contacted during the half term.
We've spoken to someone who's...
Sorry, darling. What you can also do is, obviously, once it's screen recorded, you personally, if you physically see it, could pass that on to police. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that was all I wanted to say, just in
also-
case anyone didn't know. You can obviously speak to the LADO, and that should probably be your first port of call rather than trying to get in contact with the schools, because they probably won't answer, but the council will be able to do all that for you.
Yeah, Leanne, we have someone that's safeguarding
That's doing that.
trained, that's doing all that.
Okay, that's fine. That was
And
all.
again, I will clarify that the reason that it's not being handed directly to the police is for the legalities, that they also took part in the conversation. Therefore, they are incriminating themselves by taking part in the conversation with her, and they carried on the conversation with her also. We've been on the phone for hours and hours today, working the ways around it, and we've gone down the best route that we would advise.
Yes, the parents have been contacted. That when I say that the appropriate things have been done before we even came on TikTok, that's what I mean. We didn't just get this information and fire up a live.
Yeah, my mum literally shared me your live. She also stated that there was someone in here from Cobra.
Yes.
Who was that?
I don't know who the person was that was from Cobra, but Cobra is a
girl who was in my life and said she'd spoke to somebody from Cobra.
Yeah, because I am actually Cobra Hunters. That's who I am.
Well, we spoke to Lenny.
Yes, Lenny.
Yes,
I know Lenny.
that's who's on it. That's who's doing all the safeguarding.
Yeah, I know Lenny very well. Yeah, she knows me as well.
The fun that Lenny's doing what she needs to do.
Yeah, listen. Let me tell you something. Yeah, hold on, Bella. So Lenny is absolutely awesome.
Fallen Heroes, you called it Mickey, who had spoke to Lenny.
You what, sorry?
You called this girl Mickey, who had spoke with Lenny.
What? Sorry, say again. What was that?
Mabel, tell him about, you called her Mickey. And she'd spoke with Lenny before she came onto my live.
Box. And she had spoken to Lenny before she got into Pearl's box, but
thank you, Tony.
Spoken to Lenny.
Fallen Hero.
Off of TikTok.
Yes.
Do you know Mark Feely?
Can I ask you something? What team are you in?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Cobra Hunters.
How long have you been in the community?
I've been with them, say, 4 months now.
Mickey didn't know about it. It was Lenny we spoke to. Tam already confirmed that. It was Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny I know well.
Lenny, do you know Fallen Heroes?
Yeah, Lenny knows me.
Drop me out and let Tam up.
Yep.
It
says yes.
It's Cobra.
Fallen Heroes is Cobra.
That's fine. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
I'll be dropping quickly. Hi, Pearl.
I didn't even know they were on here. I didn't even know they were here.
Yep.
Yeah, Lenny's here. This is what I'm saying. When we say that this was brought to...
I'm friends with them, they're friends with me, so...
Do you know what?
This was brought to Maza.
I'm not going to say no more because Lenny, I'm obviously I'm on TikTok for social media side of things, but Like, I'm saying no more about it because I'm not taking out anything.
Right, well, so this was brought to Mazza, myself, and Maze, okay? And Mazza immediately was like, nope, getting Tam involved. So we went to Tam. Spoke to Tam, and then Tam went to Lenny. So Lenny joined the call. And we sat on a call and we done everything that we needed to do. Get the hard evidence to prove that the people that Lisa was speaking to were in fact children, because obviously we're not going to go live and state something and ruin someone's reputation over something that can't be proven. Do you understand? So we got enough evidence to prove that she knew they were kids and they were kids. Okay? Lenny is taking all the steps that need to be taken in the safeguarding with everything that everyone's saying that needs to be done. Lenny is doing that. This is what we're saying. This is why it's taken us so long to even come on the app. The reason why we're even on the app exposing her is because she's on the app. She did this on the app.
Kel, I've just been going through the comments. Tony Official's in the house.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, can you do a recap?
Involved. Fair play to every one of the Hunter teams involved on this one. Obviously, you sent the screen recording to the proper people that needed to see it, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And and this was last night, you said this happened, yeah?
40 hours. Early hours of the morning.
Early hours. Well, obviously, it doesn't matter when it happened, but, you know, a wronging is a wronging. And I'm sure between Pam and each of you can notify all the schools and everyone that needs to be notified. Do you know what I mean?
That's correct.
That's what's happening, Tony. The thing is, the appropriate channels. I can't obviously say much because I'm not someone like Lenny. I'm not safeguard trained. Okay, I'm not. This is why we went to Tam. This is why we went to Lenny, because we're not safeguard trained.
Yeah, and that's why we rely on people like the Hunter teams that know exactly what they're doing and know who the proper people are to bring it to. But if there is anything I can do on my page to help spread awareness, without putting anything at risk, I'm more than happy to help you. Yeah, all right. I'm more than happy to help you.
Thank you.
So Cobra, Lenny just said, Fallen Heroes won't have had a clue I was on it. I'm an SGer. He's a hunter. So basically what Lenny is saying, because people are saying, why did you get hunters involved? No, we didn't. Lenny's not a hunter. Lenny's a safeguarding trained, okay? Lenny's a safeguarder. There's a difference between a safeguarder and a hunter. Fallen Heroes is a hunter.
Clear. She's got qualifications.
Yes.
So this isn't just...
She's legally trained in safeguarding.
I also want to point out, right, that if it was any one of you that has never been put in this position before, what would you have done? And you would have done exactly what we did. So, like, just chill, okay? It's not the kid's fault. It's the adult that...
Wendy, what's your point, Wendy? What's your point that the children knew that they were what they were saying? They're still children. What? So because they were saying actual stuff to a 51-year-old woman. I'm sorry, but it was the 51-year-old woman's. It was the 51-year-old woman should have been an adult and not even, firstly, not went into her child's life to begin with, and secondly, shut it down and left. She didn't need to continue the conversation.
100%. Listen, when I go live, I've got mods, or I know myself if there's a child anywhere that I might even think there's one in there. If the mods don't take them out, we're going to take them out. I'm going to take them out myself. That woman had a responsibility to get rid of any children that was in there. She'd never had them in the boxes in the first place. To be and coming out.
She was in the she Tony
joined their box.
She was in their live.
Boxes.
Yes.
Yeah. So she
and then it further states that there's a group chat, and she's in the group chat.
Just to let you know, Cobra just stated it's not me, guys. It's these girls. I just picked this up for them. They didn't.
Yeah, I think people are missing that part. We've not played that part because, again, like Mazza said, the rest of it's even more graphic than what you heard, okay, from her. But she goes on to admit that she's in a group chat with these kids.
Oh no, she needs. Listen, you know what? I know a good place who does like these, what do you call them? Do you know that when it comes to like these fairs and stuff where they do that tug of rope? I know a good rope people that the likes of this needs. To be honest with you, I'm going to jump out of the box.
Can you bring Cobra up?
She's up. They're up. Sorry.
Can anybody hear me?
Oh, hello. Hello there.
Can I just have 2 minutes to speak? See the videos on my TikTok? They're all active nonces that are on YouTube and PlayStation, actively grooming kids. There's one that's been doing it for 10 years. He was friends with Mark Feely, Aaron Collis, and he's friends with Martin and Rick Berry. The three there. They've all been caught. 2 of them are currently serving time for abusing children. I think Mark Feely's dead, but Daniel Sullivan is still online, still threatening to, what kids. He's been found grooming 10-year-olds and decent images of 10 and 11-year-old kids, exposing himself to kids. I've spent 3 years sending all these to cops and everything, and they turn around, just tell me, oh, we need the victims to come forward. And then I get attacked every time I try and expose these.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Can I just say, I wish that yous were around when I was young.
Unfortunately.
Because it suffers you for the rest of your life. And I'm 61 and I'm still suffering for what happened to me.
I'm a survivor myself, so I understand what you're saying.
Myself too. Yep,
Cobra, can you just explain, because obviously we've been on the phone to you all afternoon.
How you doing, Lenny?
I'm good. So basically, guys, what happened was these girls obviously had no idea what to do with this, so they took it to Tam. Tam is amazing at what she does, but on the safeguarding side, she just wanted to double check that she was covering the correct avenues that we could use to safeguard the children. So what we did was we started to look into the children's accounts, and we found a school for a couple of them. So safeguarding lead, because obviously the children are on holiday at the minute, safeguarding lead have been contacted, along with county council. So fingers crossed that will be picked up by school first thing Monday morning. Tam said that we'd contacted parents. At the minute, I think she got that slightly mixed up because we've been at it all day, so our head's all over the place. We very rarely do parent contact. Reason being, we have no idea what is going on in that household at home. And if we contacted the parent, what danger we could be putting that child in. So that's why the first port of call is always school, even more so over police and social services, because the police and social services would have to find the address, go out to the address. All that takes time, whereas the school can be 5 minutes from the said child.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's the route that we've gone down. We've gone down the quickest route to safeguard the children.
I didn't know what was going on in the previous slide, but when I realised that Tam had been sent the stuff, fair play to Tam, big respect to Tam as well. And as far as I'm concerned, you contacted the right people involved in it. And this is just to let people aware of what account is jumping in and out of your boxes. So anyone giving hate in the chat, there is absolutely no need for it. Don't wait till something like this comes on your doorstep before you want to start highlighting these kind of wrong-uns, to be honest.
Can I just say, listen, I know there's a lot of people in the comments that would approach it differently, and I get that, okay? I get that. Not everyone's going to approach us in the way that everyone does. But Lenny is safeguarding trained, okay? She is legally safeguarded. she knows what she's doing. This is why we went to the people that we went to, because if I'd have done it, if I'd have just went and contacted the mum, I could have really caused something, because like Lenny says, that we don't know, that child could be in a possible DV situation at home. Okay, you don't know. So she is trained. She knows what she is doing. She is trained in this. She is taught how to do this. She knows she is making the proper and legal decisions and the correct decisions. She's done this for a long time. This is why we took it out of our hands.
Can I say something?
To other people.
Can I say something?
Can I just make this clear? I'm not just trained in Cobra, okay? So this isn't just a hunting team that's saying they're trained. What I do in my professional capacity, okay, in my life, I am legally trained to safeguard children, okay? I'm a team leader in safeguarding at work. So it's not just, a lot of people will say, oh, train decoys and stuff. And yes, we all do take training. But this isn't just someone saying they are safeguard trained. I use it every day at work. I'm safeguarding lead at work.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah, can I say something? One second. Lenny.
Yes.
Lenny, I love you to pieces, right? And guys and girls out there, you are definitely, I personally know, you are in safe hands.
Can I just put a scenario that maybe people might resonate with, okay? Right? So, say Lenny or myself or Tam or Mazza or Maze went straight to the parent, because I found parents, okay? Lenny can confirm. So, say I went straight to the parent, okay? You don't know that the reason why that child is speaking in the way that they're speaking could be because of trauma. I'm not saying it, right? I'm not saying that the child is, the parents are doing it. But there's parents out there that put trauma on a child, and that's the reason why the child is so explicit. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't know that. So what, we go straight to the parent and don't take the necessary steps the way Lenny has, and that parent could then punish the child. You don't know what you're messing with. Now, I know a lot of parents in the comments that are really good parents, that genuinely care and love for their child, and you know that you would defend your child, would want to be told straight away, and I respect that, but not every parent is like you. Not every parent is as good as you. Now, I'm not saying these kids don't have good parents. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know these parents. I don't know these kids. So we have taken it to the appropriate channels that are trained and legally trained in what to do.
Exactly. And can I just say one thing on the back of what you just said before I jump out? People, if this 51-year-old woman is jumping into a child's box, speaking explicitly like that and getting into these conversations, what the fucking hell is she doing in private messages? What is going on in the background without anyone seeing it? If she can do that on a live feed, what is she doing privately? And that's where it becomes very, very dangerous.
This is
very dangerous
in there, Tony. This is one of the reasons that we do it the way we do. Okay, what we do know is this woman's in a group chat with more than three young people. We know that because it was a group. There was 3 young people on the live stream, so the chances are there's a group chat much bigger than that. Now, if we go to a parent and that child hides their phone or gives their phone to the mates because they don't want to lose the device, by going to the school will get that child out of class in 5 minutes. They have a duty of care to take that phone and phone the police directly, which means we've also preserved any evidence on that phone.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you not think that the school, think about it this way, guys, right? Do you not think that the police would listen to the school more than a stranger on the internet?
I totally agree
because
with that. And I
the police, I have a lot of respect for the police, don't get me wrong, and definitely if you're in trouble, go to them. But in some cases, in the court of law, in the eyes of the law, what you and I consider morally not okay and morally that we should take a stand against, in the eyes of the law, it's all about evidence, and to them that might not be enough evidence. It might be enough evidence to us, but to them it might not be. Do you understand what we're saying?
Yeah. And listen, the police force, as everyone knows, is stretched up and down the country. So by doing things like this, you may just save one child, more than anything else. If this person gets a sniff of what's going on, it might deter them from actually any further plans that they might have. But I just want to say, before I jump out, big shout out to everyone involved, and my utmost respect to every single Hunter team out there that does this 24/7 to keep not just my children safe, but everyone's children safe. So a massive shout out to the Hunter people out there, the Hunter teams. Big shout out to one and all.
Thank
I
you.
know some of the comments are saying...
Sorry, can I just reply to some of these comments?
Yeah,
so
of course.
people are saying that, how can we do it through the school while the school's closed? So every school website has the safeguarding, lead safeguarding officer on the website that you can email while the school is closed. Most safeguarders will check their inbox while on holiday. Obviously, if she picks that up while on holiday, she will then inform the police, which will then inform the parents. So there is a way to do it when the schools are closed. Go onto if you find the school, go onto the website. You will find there the lead safeguarder. Email the lead safeguarder, and they can take it from there if it's not done during school hours.
You've got to see it, like, I understand there's a lot of parents that are saying, like, you know, that as a parent you would want to know because you want to safeguard your child. Absolutely. And I know that and I respect that. But look about it in this way. Now, say if it was myself that contacted the mum, that mum might turn around and be like, you're a complete stranger. I have no idea who you are. You might be feeding me a load of lies. You might be a troll on the internet and not take me seriously. And then it's never spoken about and nothing's done. Because I've done everything I can do by contacting the parent, okay? Whereas going to Lenny going to the school and the school contacting the parent's going to listen more, are they not?
Also, guys, take into account, we go to a parent, the parent checks the child's device. They then find out that the child's being groomed online by a predator and they've sent inappropriate material of themselves. That parent is going to be frantic. Whereas if the police knock the door or the school call them in, the parent immediately has support for what is on their child's device, rather than them.
And they don't have to go through the
stress. Don't have to go through the stress of thinking, oh my God, what do I need to do? Do I need to phone the police? Do I need to phone social services? The support is directly on hand. Would it not be better for the police or the school to make that parent aware than it would a stranger off the internet?
I also just want to pick up a comment. Someone saying there, what if they talk to more adults though? If they speak to more adults, the evidence is still going to be on the phone. So therefore it's better to go through safeguarding to get the police to retain more evidence.
Exactly. The main thing we need to make sure doesn't happen here is that the evidence is deleted off the children's devices. So what we've done,
these kids might not even see that anything that happened was wrong, right? They might not, because they were laughing, okay? But that doesn't matter, because whether they found it really funny or whether they found it entertaining as a group of friends, that does not matter. She is the adult. She is the adult, and she is in the wrong, not the child.
Can I
please
talk? So I'm reading things on a forum, so to speak, because I knew this would be getting mentioned. And one, I certainly don't have a God complex. I'm not sitting here like a white knight. I'm not basking in the ambience. I don't feel I've handled this all wrong. And I should not be ashamed, especially as I'm a victim, in inverted brackets, myself. No, none of that. Absolutely none of that. You can all have your opinions on a forum where you're all hidden. So, you know, you're not even fronting me when you're saying this about me and others. Do you understand?
Listen to me, right? We can safeguard, the Cobra UK, the den alone can safeguard 30 kids a day. 30 kids a day on TikTok alone. Now, what you girls have done today, don't let anybody tell you you've done this wrong or that you haven't done what needs doing. Your first priority when you brought this to me was to safeguard them kids. And you didn't know how to. That's all you tried to do was safeguard the kids. And obviously this group chat, there could be 15 kids in there. So anybody saying anything, please ignore them. They're not sat on live platforms all day, every day, trying to safeguard real kids.
No, listen, it's disgusting that they're actually bringing up Mazza's childhood trauma to try and use against her, because I don't care what anyone says. I think we're doing the right thing. Listen, if I'd have just done exactly what I wanted to do out of anger and just fired up a live as soon as this got brought to me and call her out, I would have been totally in the wrong, and you would have all been right. I would have been in the wrong because I wouldn't have taken the necessary steps that I should have. But because of everyone else, because of Mazza, because of Tam, because of Lenny, because of Maze, the necessary steps were taken before we even brought it here, okay? So you're literally just playing a game of you can't win, okay? You might not have handled this in the way that we've handled it, and that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But surely the end goal of safeguarding kids is what matters, and surely the fact that the 51-year-old woman is what you should be concentrating on.
I totally agree. I also want to pick up on another comment that's obviously just come through, that's saying that you have not put anything in place to prevent the child because you're waiting for the schools to reopen again.
No.
If you were listening to what Lenny previously said, instead of coming in and butting in or jumping straight into hitting on these girls who's done all that they can to safeguard this child, they've already said they've already emailed people to get this all put in place. So please stop gunning for all these ladies that just try to help out. If you've got nothing nice to say,
I'm literally just say it. A lot of you are being really naive that if you think it's literally just as simple as picking up the phone to the police, you're really sadly mistaken. You really are.
There's another comment there that if this live couldn't take place if the police were involved. I'm sorry, again, you're not correct, okay? As a hunting team, the Cobra side of what we do, and Tam, we live expose every single week predators, and it never, ever interferes with the police investigation or interferes with the result we get, okay?
Think about all these people that go for the likes of Mark Feely and all the other hunters that's around the UK. They go live on Facebook, they stream on Instagram, YouTube, whenever they go to sting somebody, and it never affects the result because the police always turn up.
Exactly, that's the exposure side.
Simple, Susan. You're saying leave it to the professionals. That's what's wrong with this world. So we're not allowed to safeguard kids, and we're not allowed to, speak out for kids because we're not professionals. This is why so many wrongings get a pass in this world, because people just turn a blind eye. I understand where a lot of people are coming from, and I understand that people would have handled it differently, okay? I get that, and I respect that. But it's not just as simple as picking up the phone to the police. It's not as simple as that.
The police would not have had time to do what we've done this afternoon, i.e. look for the kids that were on the live, find out the school for those kids, contact the lead safeguarder at that school. The police would not have had time to do that in the few hours that we've managed to do it. Unfortunately, they don't have the resources to do that. So what did you want the girls to do? Phone the police and sit on it, and then them kids could be live again with her tonight? Because the police haven't had time to deal with it yet.
I think, so would you rather have us not brought attention to this on the app that she's using to speak to kids like this, and then stumble in alive and being alive with her and associating with a wronging? Because that's not how I fly.
Though, Cal, is I guarantee all these people saying, oh, call the police, call the police, call the police, are all parents as well. And I'd just like to point out and Lenny will probably agree, it isn't as black and white as just calling the police and them doing something about it. Because we were very about it. There's a lot more to it.
Report will be made to the police. There's a lot more to this. There's the report for the police, but my main concern today was to safeguard the children. These children, we have no idea how many children that she's got in a group chat.
Can I just say something? If we'd have called the police like you're all saying, the police wouldn't have sorted it straight away. They're not fucking superheroes, okay? This would have been a long thing that the police would have done if they even took it on board, because there's a high chance that they wouldn't have, because the kids were speaking in that way to her. bear in mind this is coming from professionals that are trained, okay? So if the police did take it on board, it would have been a long journey for the police in order before they did something, okay? And she would have still been on the app. But I've seen people commenting saying that they can't find her account. She's not on the app, clearly. She's deleted her account.
And I just want to pick up a comment. Obviously, people saying that I was Diageo's ex-mod. Yeah, I was Diageo's ex-mod, and I'd done my own research on Diageo, and that's why I left the community. So therefore, I'm not a beast protector because I'd done my own research. Like everyone else does, like all of the hunters do. They do their own research, and I'd done my own research, and therefore I left the community. People saying that I knew. I don't believe anything, a screenshot or anything that comes to me. But in this instance, it's been played back to us, so we know.
Can I just state to the chat that this isn't about Diageo? Thanks for coming up for us.
Thanks for popping up.
You're very welcome.
This isn't about Diageo. This is about safeguarding minors on this app.
I hope this is simple to say on the live, but we do have a TikTok page called the Den Cobra UK. If any of you want to just go over and give it a follow, and if you do come across a child that you believe is at risk and you throw it in our inbox, we will absolutely safeguard them all day long. So, you know, if you do come across children on the app and you're worried or, you know, they need safeguarded, the Den will absolutely safeguard them. And we will.
Thank you for your help, Lenny.
We will come back
so much, Lenny.
We will.
I'm gonna.
I'm
what everyone needs to do is to go and report that lease account, and we'll try and get it gone. But
guys, I know those.
Right, I'm going to drop down, guys. Okay, but I'm here.
Thank you, Lenny. You've been amazing.
If you need me for anything else, okay, and I will update you once I've heard back from safeguarding Leeds at school. I will update the.
Thank you, Lenny.
So you know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lenny.
Appreciate it.
Well done.